welcome back to my channel. My name's Sophie and today's video is going to be a weekly reading vlog. So I am now off work for the whole week. Me and my boyfriend are going to a spa for a few days, but the rest of the week is empty of plans, so I'm going to try and get so much reading done. So I'm going to go through the books that are on my TBR for the week and then we'll get to reading. So the first one on my TBR, which I'm hoping to read today, is Powerful by Lauren Roberts. This is like a novella that goes between powerful and reckless. All I know about this one is that it follows the perspective of Paden's friend, Adina. And then one that I'm absolutely desperate to read is Happy Place by Emily Henry. I don't even know what this is about, but I just want to get this one read. The next one that I'm hoping to get read is a collection of short stories set in the First Law world, which is Sharp Ends by Jo Abercrombie. I have been making my way through the First Law series, like universe. I've read the first trilogy, I've read the 3 standalones, and now I've got to read the short story collection before I can carry on with the second trilogy. And I'm really excited for this one. It's been ages since I've read a Jo Abercrombie book, so I'm excited to delve back into this world. The next one that I might get to is The American Roommate Experiment by Elena Armas. This is the sequel / companion to The Spanish Love Deception, and it would be nice to get this one read if I fancy another romance. And then a couple of fantasies that I want to try and get read is Forged by Blood. I don't know anything about this one apart from it's in a fairy loot. When I read the synopsis at the time, it sounded pretty cool. And then one that I've been wanting to read for a while now is Song of Silver Flame Like Night by Emily Wen Zhao. I don't know much about this one, but the cover is absolutely stunning. So that is my sort of TBR for the week, and I'll check back in with you guys when I've got an update for this one. And then after that one, I think I'm going to read these two kind of at the same time. I mean, very different vibes. But yeah, let's get reading. Hey everyone, so I'm just coming back in with my first update, not actually that long after I started this video, just to say that I have finished Powerful by Lauren Roberts. I'm going to give this one like a 3 stars, 2.5. Like, I think if you're loving this series, if you loved Powerless, then you'd probably really love this. But for me, I just liked, oh, that sun, sorry, the sun is like right in my face. If you loved Powerless, you would really enjoy this and get quite a lot out of it. But for me, I don't know, it just, like, it was a fun, not even fun read, it was like a quick read. I don't personally feel like it added too much to the story. Like, it was kind of cool to see what Adina was up to whilst Paden was in the trials, but like, this could have just been a couple of chapters added into the actual novel. Like, I don't really feel like we even needed all 245 pages of this. And like, to be fair, like, I don't know, it's I don't know, I just don't love this series as much as everyone else does. Like, it's okay, it's nothing special. But yeah, that's that one done, and then I can move on to Reckless whenever. So yeah, on to the next book. Hopefully I enjoy it a bit more than this one. Hey guys, so I'm just checking in because I have now read the first 125 pages of Happy Place by Emily Henry. So this one is following a group of 6 characters, but primarily Harriet and Wyn. So the group of 6 characters are all friends from like university time. Harriet and Wyn were dating for 8 years and they were engaged. They have actually broken up, and it's implied that Wyn seems to think that Harriet cheated. There was like a whole long distance thing going on because she's like a brain surgeon or an aspiring brain surgeon, and he's had to move back home to care for his mother. So there's like a long distance thing, I guess a bit of miscommunication. Don't really know fully what's happened there. Sabrina's dad owns this cottage where they all go on holiday every year. And then there's another couple, Cleo and Kimmy. So that's the 6 characters. And like I said, Sabrina's dad owns this cottage in, doesn't say where, just that they all go on holiday every year to. And what was supposed to happen is Harriet and Wyn broke up and they hadn't actually told any of their friends. What they agreed was that they would do every other holiday with their friends. So Harriet was supposed to come on this holiday without Wyn, but when she gets there, Wyn is there and she's a bit shocked. And then Sabrina and Parth announce that they're actually engaged and they will be getting married on this trip, which is why they insisted that Wyn come, because he just said he couldn't come for like family reasons, and like Sabrina begged him to come. So it's them trying to pretend that they're still in this relationship because they don't want to upset anyone whilst this wedding's going on. They're pretending to be in this relationship again, and I guess it's like a second chance romance, and we're getting flashbacks to like the start of their relationship, how they got to know each other and stuff. And I just love Emily Henry's books. Like, I'm really enjoying this one so far. The characters are all really interesting. I don't know if I've really enjoyed many second chance romances. I can't really think of many that come to my mind when I think of it. She really has really interesting characters. Like, they all have stuff going on, you know, they're really three-dimensional. There's a lot going on with them. And just like the setting and just her writing is just absolutely beautiful. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this one so far. I'm really excited to carry on. Yeah, I really do think I'm going to enjoy this one a lot. I'm really excited to see the beginning of Harriet and Wynn's relationship, like more of the sort of start and like how it broke down. Will they get a second chance with each other? We'll find out. But yeah, I'm really loving this one so far. I'm really glad I finally picked this one up. It's been so long since I've read an Emily Henry book. And yeah, she's one of my favourite romance authors. So yeah, really excited to dive back into this one.
Hey everyone, I'm just checking back in because I have now finished Happy Place by Emily Henry. Guys, I love this. 5 stars. Emily Henry knocks it out of the park every single time. All of her books for me have been 5 stars, apart from You and Me on Vacation. I gave that one a 3 star. I didn't like that one so much, and I haven't read Funny Story, so actually only Beach Read and Book Lovers? Yeah, but this is like my third 5 star for her. She's just absolutely incredible. Like, found family, second chance romance, mental health, grief, like finding yourself, being happy in yourself. Like, Harriet spends so much time making other people happy that she's not happy herself, and it's just absolutely incredible. Like, I loved these characters. I love the setting, like, just, you know, an island in Maine. Like, just love this, absolutely love this. I'm so glad I finally got to it. Like, I can't wait to read Funny Story by her. Like, I just love her. She's one of my favorite authors. Just absolutely love this, absolutely fantastic. I'd highly recommend, if you like romance and you haven't read Emily Henry, go and buy them all. You will love them. Like, she's just absolutely fantastic. Yeah, so glad I got to this one finally. Yeah, love this one. I'm just gonna gush about it, but yeah, I don't really want to say too much what happened because I don't want to like spoil anything, but yeah, just absolutely loved this one. So glad I read this.
Hey everyone, so I'm just checking back in because I have started reading my next book, which is Forged by Blood, and there is a pronunciation for the author, so it's by Ihibor Okusun. So this came in an adult fairy loot last year, and I am enjoying this one so far. So this one follows Demi, who has some kind of like powers. Yeah, so she has like blood magic, which I've just read there that it's blood magic. I didn't actually realise it was blood magic, and I'm 170 pages in. And her people, like the Conquering King, has committed a genocide against her people, and they're kind of in hiding. And her mother was killed when she was 9 years old, and she blames the crown prince for it. And then she has to end up kidnapping the crown prince for this mission, and it kind of all goes a bit not wrong, but we kind of go off on a bit of a tangent from there. I am enjoying this one. I think the magic system, like I've just said, it says on here that it's blood magic. I didn't actually realise that until I read this. It's not really explained very well. It's kind of like, oh, these people have their powers and that's that. It's not really explained very well. We're meeting different peoples who are named different things, and I don't know if they're different. I don't really know how to explain it. I don't know if they're like different tribes, or like they seem to be maybe a different species, because one of them says that she was pregnant for 5 years with her child, so I'm assuming they're kind of some like mythological being. I'm not really sure. Yeah, and there's definitely like a bit of a love triangle or formings of one. This is supposed to be adult, and I've looked on Goodreads, and a lot of people have classed it under young adult, and this definitely reads quite young adult, which is not a bad thing. When you're expecting to read like an adult fantasy, to sort of get a YA fantasy is a bit not what I was wanting or expecting. The sort of premise is quite interesting. Like it says on the back, they took her language, her mother, and her home. They hunt her people for the blood magic that sings through them. Now Demi has their prince and no intention of letting him go. There will be blood. Like, it sounds really cool, and like the synopsis sounds really cool, but we're just kind of going off on a lot of tangents. And like like the magic system hasn't really been explained, but then there was like a whole paragraph about elephants, and it's just like some things that are critical to the plot aren't really explained, and then like some random tangent that she goes on, like she'll explain something, she's like, oh, it's like this, and then like with the elephants, just explain like a whole paragraph about elephants, and it's just like, I don't know. I'm really mixed feelings. Like, I'm enjoying the plot. The world building, the magic system isn't being explained very well for me, and I don't know if it gets better as the book goes on. We'll see. Like, I am enjoying it, but I don't see this as being like a standout book. I am only 170 pages in, so a lot could change, but yeah, I mean, we'll see where we go with this one. I'm just a bit not disappointed. Like, I am struggling with Fairy Loot a little bit. I feel like the choices are just, I don't know if they're being classified wrong. Like, so many of the adult books, I mean, I am quite behind on it, and this is kind of why. So many of the adult books are definitely YA. I mean, there's nothing wrong with debut authors either, but I feel like they're just not good picks. And that doesn't apply to this one. This is a good pick, but yeah, they're just really let me down. And when I first was getting the Fairy Loot box, it's just really good. Like, they're really good picks. I don't know if my taste has just changed, or like they're just, I kind of feel like I'm reading the same book over and over. Like, this is a good book, but it's not anything, that the plot is not unique. Based on Nigerian mythology, which is really unique. I've not read anything like that before, but like the plot is not unique. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I've just kind of gone on a bit of a tangent here. It's nothing special. So, yeah, we'll see. When I finish it, I'll check back in, because I mean, it is quite a quick read. But yeah, I'll check back in when I'm done, and we'll see. Let's see what I think. Hey everyone, so I'm just popping back in to say that I have now finished Forged by Blood. I think I'm going to give this a 3.5 stars. I think the premise of it was really cool, but the execution just wasn't as good as I was hoping for. I do think that the world building was very lackluster, and we were just sort of thrown information as if we should already know it. Like, there's something that happens sort of in the last 100 pages of the book, like some of the characters realise something, and it's just the way it's thrown in is just very sudden. And yeah, I just don't think this was written as well as it could be. Yeah, like I said, the plot was really interesting, it just wasn't executed very well, and I think you can definitely tell this is like a debut novel, which isn't really a bad thing, but you can just tell. So yeah, I've had a look in my library to see if they've got the second book. I know it's not out yet, but to see if they've got the second book, and they don't even have the first book. So I don't think I'll be continuing this duology, because I'm not interested enough to buy the next one when this was like a 3.5 stars for me. Yeah, I'm glad I've read it. There's another book off the TBR, but yeah, this one was a 3.5. I'm not really sure on that rating yet, but yeah, it's around there. But yeah, on to the next one, I guess. So I'm just popping in. We are now back from our few days away. We had a really nice time at the spa. We had massages, we went swimming, went in the hot tub. It was so relaxing, so nice to get away for a few days. I didn't speak to you whilst I was there, mainly because we were sort of in and out of the room quite a lot. I didn't really have time to give you an update. But I did manage to get quite a bit of reading done whilst we were away. So first of all, I read the entirety of Sharp Ends by Joe Abercrombie. This is the 7th book in the First Law world, and it's a set of short stories. The stories follow characters that we've met in previous books, and also some new characters, and there's like a sort of ongoing story within some of the short stories. So we follow like some characters, I think they're called Javray and Chev, might be pronouncing them wrong, and there's a few short stories about them. There's a short story about Logan, the first one's about Glockta. So it was really interesting seeing some of these characters before we got to know them in the First Law world, and I did really enjoy this one. I gave this one 4 stars, and I'm really excited to dive into the final trilogy in this world currently, so hopefully I'll be able to get to them soon. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I then read the first 180 pages of Song of Silver Flame Like Night. It's in my book sleeve, so I'll just hold up the cover. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this one so far. This one follows Lan and Zen, and Lan is a song girl, and she is indebted to her madam, and she has a mysterious mark on her wrist that she doesn't really know what it to do with, apart from her mother gave it to her before she died. And then we have Zen, who's kind of like hunting down her without really knowing that he's hunting down her. And then they cross paths, and it's all about like there's magic to do with like metals, and it's definitely slightly inspired by Mistborn, but it's definitely a more unique take on it. I'm not really describing it very well. And it's inspired by Chinese mythology. I think it might just be, I'll just read out the synopsis quickly. I think that might be just better. In a fallen kingdom, one girl carries the key to discovering the secrets of her nation's past and unleashing the demons that sleep at its heart. Once Lan had a different name, now she goes by the one the Elation colonizers gave her. She spends her days scavenging for remnants of the past, for anything that might help her understand the strange mark burned into her arm by her mother in her last act before she died. No one can see the mysterious mark until the night Zen appears at the tea house and saves her life. Zen is a practitioner, one of the fabled magicians of the Last Kingdom, whose abilities were rumoured to be drawn from the demons they communed with. Magic believed to be long lost, magic to be hidden at all costs. Both Lan and Zen have secrets buried deep within. Fate has connected them, but their destiny remains unwritten. Both hold the power to liberate their land, and both hold the power to destroy the world. So yeah, I'm only 180 pages into this one so far, but I'm really enjoying it. And I don't know if this is YA or adult. I have to have a look. Really, really cool. Like the world's really interesting, the characters are really unique, and the magic system is really well developed and explained. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this one so far, and I'll carry on with this one and check back in when I've got another update for you guys. Hey everyone, so I'm just coming in to wrap this weekly reading vlog up. It's been a couple of days, but I have now finished Song of Silver Flame Like Night by Emily Wenzel. I'm going to give this one 4.5 stars. It's not quite a 5-star for me, but I really, really enjoyed this one. The mythology was really interesting, the world and the magic was really cool, the relationships and the characters were so well developed, like they all had quite interesting backstories, and we really rooted for them to, you know, achieve their goals and stuff. Like it was so good. Like even the side characters were really, really interesting, and like the history of this world, there's so much more for us to learn. Like it was just absolutely fantastic, really, really unique. And yeah, I would highly recommend this to anyone that's not read it yet. And also the cover is just absolutely stunning. So yeah, hopefully I can get to the second book in this series soon. We shall see. This author does have another series. I think it's called like Blood Heir or something. And I thought I had that on my Goodreads TBR, but I don't. So I've reserved it from my library, and we'll see what I think of that when it comes in. But yeah, really, really enjoyed this one, and yeah, highly recommend it. So just to wrap this week's reading up, we started with Powerful by Lauren Roberts, which I think I gave 3 stars, probably more of like a 2.5. I then read Happy Place by Emily Henry, which I gave 5 stars. I then read Forged by Blood, which I gave, I think, 3 stars, followed by Sharp Ends by Joe Abercrombie, which I gave 4 stars, and then Song of Silver Flame Like Night, which I gave 4.5 stars. So quite a mixed bag, but what I enjoyed, I really, really enjoyed. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this week's reading, and I managed to read 5 books in a week, which is really, really cool. So yeah, that's it from me today, guys. Comment down below if you've read any of these books. I'd love to know what you guys think of them. And please remember to like this video if you've enjoyed it, and subscribe for more bookish content from myself. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!